Hi guys, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and I just wanted to say that I have felt very blessed to have you guys on my channel for a year. For all of you guys who have stood by me through all of the different transformations that I've done with my channel, with my readings, with my monthly. First I was going to do it, then I wasn't going to do it. I really want to say thank you for hanging in there. And even though I know some of you don't believe in Christmas, for the people that do, and Christmas is obviously one of my most favorite times of the year, I deeply want to tell you from the bottom of my heart, from my family to yours, from Annette's Astrology Corner to yours, I want you to just have the most beautiful and happy holidays and beautiful, rich Christmas season. And for those of you that don't celebrate Christmas but do like to have some fun around the holidays, I really hope that you just have an extremely fulfilling holiday season. Anyhow, guys, this is my puppers, and he wishes you a Merry Christmas too. Well, hello Sagittarius, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your December forecast. And for you, you are going to be having a lot of 10th house work. And for you, the 10th house, well, for everybody, is that career, life path, destiny. It's recognition. It's recognition, it's prestige, it's the way, it's what you strive for and what motivates you to strive for what you strive for. And it's that karmic path, that fated path that you take in life. As you strive forward, it's a pretty amazing time for you, because what's happening is Jupiter is expanding you mentally, physically, as well as aligning you with your routines and allowing you to be somebody who's somewhat more predictable, and when you're walking your path, trying to figure out how you want to move forward, aligning yourself with really healthy routines. So when the month starts out on the 4th, Venus moves into Scorpio. This is going to be in your 12th house. So we're in a very reflective state at this time, a very introspective time. This is about, it's very intuitive. This energy is aligning you with your gut reactions, with your intuitive thought processes. So, and it's going to be in a trine with Pluto and Capricorn in how you value yourself. So you've got this 12th house work, trining your 2nd house. So this is about, maybe you're just feeling like you've got this all figured out. Like you know where you're going. You don't need anything realigning you. Like you don't need to figure out your life path, destiny, because you're moving forward and you know exactly where you want to go with it. But I want to say that there's going to be something that shakes this up. And it's going to be something that where somebody perceives you, or where how you're perceived by others, or how people interpret what you're trying to get through to them. That's going to shake, rattle, and roll this little training thing that you got going on, because you thought, oh, I got everything going on. I don't got to really make any big changes, because you know what? I'm aligned. I'm broad-minded. I don't even need the energies out there to align me, because I'm a Sagittarius, and I always have that type of thinking, and I always listen to my gut, and I'm willing to make changes whenever necessary. But there's something that I think that's going to, a message that's going to come to you, or some sort of information that stimulates you to realign yourself, or maybe something that actually jolts how you see yourself, where you might have to think, whoa, wait a minute, I need to kind of explore this month, and the energy is going to shift right about here from the 1st to the 4th. On the 9th, we are going to have Mercury move into Capricorn, and this is all going to be happening in your 2nd house with your ruler in the 10th house. So anytime that we go through this expansive energy and you're such a fixated sign when you really want something, even though you're very mutable, if anybody's ever known as Sagittarius, when they have an opinion, when they form an opinion, it's very fixed in their energy and they're very passionate about that particular way that they move forward, which can make you very fixed in the direction that you see your life going. So you need some of these squares and oppositions to kind of jolt your reality and make you fall out of this trine where you just feel like you have enough power, you have enough stability, you have enough. You don't need to do any drastic changes, but there's going to be some squaring off energy that, again, is going to make you rethink that limiting thought process. It's going to come in the form of information or how you're interpreting or how people are interpreting you or people that you're aligning yourself with. And it's going to be something where either they're not fully valuing what you're trying to say, which will then make you challenge your beliefs and challenge the way that you're communicating enough to make you maybe go out and research a different way, and then that leads you on a different journey. Like sometimes that's the kind of cool stimulating energy that can come out of this. On the 11th, we have a new moon in Sagittarius. It's your beautiful new moon. This is a new beginning. This is happening in your 1st house. This is about your Jupiter in Virgo. You've been having some squares and you've been having little challenges, and even though you thought that you were pretty fine and life was going your way and that you really don't need to make any changes, something happened where it's like jolt you onto a different track. So in your new moon experience, you're going through a square. Your ruler is going to be squaring this event. So what Jupiter is going to do is expand the cracks or the deficiencies in your thinking, in your routines, in how you're methodically moving forward. And it's going to spice everything up and try to pull you out of this limiting Pluto trine that we're in, where if you have enough trine energy, you don't do anything about your situation. Because it's easy flow of energy, so why change it? Everybody's that way, but for such a pleasure-seeking, fun-loving, just beautiful energy like you get caught up in that energy. If it's positive, you don't see a reason to change anything. And so this is going to start this new moon experience. So you're going to get this jolt, this square, and there's going to be this opposition, and there's going to be this mental stimulation to approach this month a little different, right? So on the 19th, we have Mercury in Capricorn aligning with Pluto in Capricorn. Now, when Mercury, the planet of how you think and process information, how you communicate this information, this has to do with work, this absolutely has to do with what you value and who you value and how you go about getting what you value and aligning yourself with your 10th house, which is your career, life path, destiny. Whenever you get stuff like this, what happens is we get some pretty stimulating energy. First of all, we have Venus going to Scorpio. When Venus is in Scorpio, it's in the 12th house. So digging deep, filtering, trying to seek truth, trying to decipher all of this information, try to see what's hidden from view. Maybe there was something that jolted, in these squares that you really need to find the truth or to see something for what it really is. So you have a little bit of that work. That's very positive. It's in a sextile. You'll figure that out rather rapidly. And then you have this square going off with the sun. So this is your career, life path, destiny, not so much aligning with your passion and your desire. Something jolted it, and it has something to do with the way that you're valued. So this suggests to me that there is some sort of personal power, like you're aligning yourself with the wrong type of personal power. And you can easily get pulled into these trines, right? That are trying to lower your vibration. You remember trine is a harmonious flow of energy, but it makes you lazy. And something this month is really trying, with every trine you have some sort of square opposition, meaning it's trying to keep you going in the right direction. Stay in balance. Don't just get so laxy-daisy that you get laxy-daisy. You know, like it really wants you to stay in forward movement. It wants you to haul butt, take on challenge, and it wants you to keep moving forward, but it stimulates you in a positive and negative aspect, but that's enough energy for you to want to move away from something that's not so good feeling. So remember that. Then we have on the 21st, we have the sun moves into Capricorn. At this time, your ruler is involved in something which is called a kite. And what it is it's a beautiful, harmonious earth trine with at the base of it, it's got 2 sextiles going in different directions. At the very base of your kite is going to be Venus. This Venus is going to be in your 12th house. This is about pulling you out. This is about making the unconscious realms, unconscious blocks, emotional hidden energy where we have energy that may have some sort of limitation. And it's about pulling us out of that, pushing us forward, and pouring energy into career, life, path, destiny, and into how you value yourself, and with this emotional momentum in setting forward with some pretty powerful goals. So this is all stimulating you to find a goal. You need to be task oriented and very goal oriented in this energy. This is about adding some structure, adding some foundation to what you want to do moving forward. It's very harmonious energy. It's uplifting energy. I want to say that Jupiter in Virgo during this event is going to be squaring off with the sun in Capricorn. Again, enough for you to want to pay attention to change this unpleasant vibe that you have and make it all harmonious, because that's the way you roll. Like, you love everything to be fun loving and just something you're going to need to, throughout this entire process, you're going to need to clarify why the energy is going in the directions that it is. You need to have that there needs to be a logical thought process behind all of this, and you want to get to the bottom of it. I think your inquisitive and curious nature is going to want to get to the bottom of what the heck this is all meaning. Then on the 24th, we have Christmas Eve, and your ruler in the 10th house is going to be involved in a very pretty, beautiful, beautiful aspect with Venus and Scorpio, and this is in the 12th house. So this is a lot of work. I want to state that there is a special message for you this month. There is something that is going to come. It's very internal. It's very destined for you to figure this out at this time. Whatever it is, there's something that as you're figuring out this month, there's a morsel. There's something. It's like, I don't know if you ever watched the movie Neverending Story, but at the very end, the entire Fantasia gets ruined, and all they have is this tiny grain of sand, and it's just one grain of sand, but you can build all of Fantasia off of this one grain of sand by using your imagination. I kind of feel like that's you. Like, there's something, that tiny grain of sand, you're trying to filter through all this month, trying to find that little tiny grain of sand that you can build all of Fantasia off of. I don't know why, but that's the way it feels to me. Then on the 25th, we have a full moon in Cancer. This is all happening in the 8th house. So apropos that I said this, because when I say that you find that grain of sand, and that's what they build all of Fantasia off of. It's regeneration. It's a rebirth. And so it aligns you with what you value and who you value and the way that you move forward, seeking what you value. And it's about aligning you with your career, life, path, destiny. To me, there's something so fated and karmic about your reading. I can't quite figure it out. I don't really have this vibe from anybody else, but there's something super beautiful about this full moon. This full moon is very beautifully aspected. It's a healing moon. It's all about rebirth and transformation. It's all about deciphering what's in those in your 12th house, and processing what you've hid from yourself moving forward. There's lesson to be learned. That lesson to be learned could actually be that tiny grain of sand that I keep talking about with Fantasia. On the 29th, we have Venus moves into Sagittarius. This is all going to be happening in your first house. So Venus is in Sagittarian energy. So guess what this means? When Venus moves into Sagittarius energy, it is just going to be all about the love, all about the good stuff, all about pleasure seeking, all about you like the good stuff. And this is a gorgeous event for you. Lots of trine. There's no obstacle standing in your way. Whatever came about on the full moon was probably the end of your struggle. Remember, it's going to be unveiled over the next 30 days. But that at the very end of the month is when you get your prize, the prize of gorgeous, harmonious energy, the planet of power, and the planet of how you think and process and communicate is going to be in a beautiful trine with Jupiter, expanding that beautiful thought process. So whatever happened by the end of the month, I think you're going to start to figure it out, and it's going to expand some potential, expand some opportunity, expand some fate and karma and destiny in a very, very good way. Beautiful, beautiful reading. Super energized about what I had to say about you. Actually, I feel so jazzed off of your, like I'm almost buzzed off of your energy. So at the very end of all of my readings, I try to do my energetic side of the reading. I think that can help people who just want to hear the astrological side, listen to the astrological side, and the people who like the intuitive side can stay and listen to the intuitive side. So for you, this is about balance. This is about a bright new passion, a new belief, a new something heart-based, something that will drive you to want to seek more knowledge, to want to find some way to empower others, to want to be a guide, to want to be somebody who people look up to. And this is, you are very giving and generous in this energy, and you're willing to take on other people's burdens because ideally you want to help you. There's a lot that you have to give, and that you're so loving and generous in this energy that I still feel that you are deeply, you're up to the task. I think you're moving away from just this self-gratification stage and more into balancing out how do I receive gratification, but how do I give back? How do I release? How do I find a way to be this creature that people that guides them in really positive thought processes, and you want to help people follow their passions. This is like energy where I see you being super motivational speaker, or like there's something that you do that stands out where you want to show people that when you work through a process, this is where you get to in the end, and you gain some beautiful recognition during this thought process. Maybe that's part of your grain of sand. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner. I look forward to talking to you guys again next month.